Hi, welcome to Digital Urim. From this video on, we begin the real technical core of the course. So far, we've built the mental foundation, what cybersecurity is, how to think correctly, and how a computer works. Now, we go one level deeper. In this video, you'll learn what an operating system is, what it actually does, and why all cybersecurity depends on it. If you understand this part, everything that comes next, Windows, Linux, and security tools will finally make sense. This is where the course truly becomes technical. An operating system is the main software of a computer. It's the first thing that loads when you turn the system on and the last thing that shuts down when you turn it off. It's not just another program you can open or close freely. It is the foundation on which everything else runs. The operating system constantly acts as an intermediary between the user, applications, and hardware. Nothing can access the processor, memory, or storage without going through it. That's why understanding the operating system means understanding how a computer truly works. One of the most common mistakes is thinking that Windows or Linux are just visual programs. Many people believe the operating system is only what they see on the screen, windows, icons, and menus. But that's just the visible layer. Under that interface, there's a complex system managing processes, memory, users, and permissions. When you ignore this internal layer, security becomes confusing. You can't protect what you don't understand internally. Think of the operating system as the director of a company. It doesn't perform every task, but it supervises all critical decisions. It decides which employee can access what information and which resources they can use. Without that control, anyone could enter any area without restrictions. The same thing happens in a poorly configured computer. Security isn't about blocking everything, but about correctly controlling access. The operating system directly controls the hardware. It decides which program can use the processor and for how long. It manages RAM to prevent one process from interfering with another. It also controls access to storage. Every file that is created, modified, or deleted goes through operating system decisions. If this control fails or is misconfigured, security risks appear. The operating system defines users and permissions. Not all users should have full system access. However, many people always work as administrators. That may be convenient, but it also makes attacks easier. When malicious software runs with high privileges, the damage is greater. Cybersecurity starts by understanding that permissions exist for a reason. An attack is not something invisible or magical. It's a process running on the system. A file someone manages to open or an instruction executed without permission. That's why most attacks try to look like legitimate processes. If the operating system doesn't control processes correctly, security fails. Understanding processes means understanding real attacks. Windows and Linux serve the same purpose, controlling the system. But they were designed with different philosophies. That directly affects how they handle users, permissions, and security. Windows prioritizes ease of use and compatibility. Linux prioritizes control and privilege separation. That's why both require different security approaches. Security tools don't work on their own. Antivirus software, Wireshark, and Splunk all depend on the operating system. If you don't understand how the system manages processes and permissions, tools lose meaning. First, understand the system. Then, learn how to monitor and protect it. Tools amplify knowledge. They don't replace it. Today you learned why the operating system is the heart of cybersecurity. It controls users, processes, memory, files, and critical decisions. When you understand the operating system, security becomes clear. In the next video, we'll explore Windows from the inside. Processes, permissions, and real configurations. Thanks for watching. Understand, defend, grow.